Squash the scum!
However, I really just wanted to make this guy, and having this in my collection now, I can say I am so happy because I knew Hasbro would never freaking make it. Hasbro would never freaking make it. Would never freaking make it. Never freaking make it. Well, they did it. They did it. They did it. I made it years ago, but here they did it. Hasbro did it. This is real. They did it. They actually did it. They actually did it. Color Me is very surprised that they made a repaint of a Stormtrooper from a 2008 non-canon video game, but they did. The design's very popular, so that might be why they did it. But yeah, they did it. And I'm not really too big on Black Series, but I absolutely had to have this. And I'm going to either keep this one in the package, or I will put my custom in this package, because I love this package. This is the Game & Greats GameStop exclusive Stormtrooper Commander, if you didn't know. They actually made this. And yeah, it's very nice blue. It's very nice deep blue. I love how they actually have blue on the art from Gregory Titus. I love it. I love the blue in the back. It's so nice. All they would have had to do was just change the color up on this box, and it would have worked. But they are changing the box design entirely, so that's a thing they're doing. So let's just not waste any time. Let's just get into it. I actually just peeled the tape off because I forgot to get, you know, a knife. So this is the soon-to-be retired Stormtrooper body. They're going to be replacing with that Rogue One, I bet. Let's keep that off to the side there, and we'll assess which one's going in the package after we take a closer look. So, I mean, it's the Stormtrooper. It's what you expect. One thing I always test is see how far up the arms go right away. So they definitely did a good job. The blue's very nice and crisp. It looks good. I like it. But do I like it more than my custom? I mean, there's a difference between a custom and an official product, I know. But I did make that custom, and I really like it. And am I going to compare it in this video? I don't know. We'll see. We're going to have to wait a minute. But yeah, this is what they did. I mean, it's the standard Stormtrooper. We've seen and known this mold for 7 years already. We know the articulation. It's really great. The Sand Trooper is still, to this day, one of my favorite Black Series figures. And it was my first one. My very first is still one of my absolute favorites, because they nailed it on that first go. Yeah, I mean, the articulation's all there. It's working great. I always need to test the joints right away anyway. They definitely used, like, it's a matte white. It's interesting. It's a matte white. It's not a glossy white. So I'm hoping it doesn't do that thing that a lot of old Black Series do, like Clone Troopers and Stormtroopers, where they kind of, like, yellow for some reason. But it's not like yellowing that you normally think of. It's almost like stained yellow. It's weird. It's really weird. So I'm hoping this guy won't do that, because he's not glossy. I expected him to be glossy, but no, he's not. That paint is pretty nice, though. I mean, you can tell it's like a premeditated weathering. Like it's not like an actual natural weathering. There's barely any weathering right there, but still it's good. I mean, this is very serviceable. If this would have come out before I made my custom, I would have had absolutely no reason to make the custom. So he does come with the long rifle, which they always weather, and I always appreciate. And the E11, which oddly enough this time, no weathering, but he still does have a little bit of silver there. He still has the holster, and he's still great. I mean, this is a redeco, so there isn't too much to talk about. We've already known the base figure for ages. But one thing I really want to do, and I can understand that some people may also be very curious about this, I made this custom years ago. Years and years and years ago. And I really want to compare and see some of the differences here. So first up, one difference I'm really noticing is the blue right there is just rectangular, but mine's kind of angled in. Now granted, like, look at the striping on that. That's not close to perfect at all. But I love the weathering on mine. I love how I actually weathered, like, the chest to be missing right there at the edges. I mean, if there's one thing that always gets weathered, it's edges, and I'm surprised they didn't weather the edges of the chest plate right there. But I mean, it's minor nitpicks. The stripe on the helmet's definitely thicker on the official one. See on the back there, they still didn't weather the edges, which I really think they should have. I mean, they did a good job. One thing though, my weathering is like an actual weathering. I took actual things like sandpaper and all that to the paint and weathered it and scratched it off. So it's actual weathering. So it's gonna be better than just this. But when it comes to the shaping of the stripes and everything, like looking at this, or even then, look at that. It's not even even. It's not even. And mine wasn't really even either. So, I mean, it's crisp. You can see it's crisp and the lines are straight, but look, it's not even to the chest. And there's like see a little rectangle right there? Huh, that's odd. But yeah, I mean, mine's not even either, but I still really like mine. I still do. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not like I'm going to sell it off or anything. I mean, look at the weathering. Mine's way more natural and all that. But still, you're comparing a custom that was made years ago to a new official mass-produced product. It's not like, oh, this one's crap. Mine's better. Mine has more weathering. It's just like, you're comparing different things. I'm doing this more so just for fun. But you can definitely see, like, on mine, see that, like, yellowing right there? It's kind of stained. I used it to my advantage to make it look like actual, like, weathering and dirty armor. But I'm worried this one's going to do the same because it's still a softer plastic without, like, being glossy or anything. I mean, I prefer the helmet stripe on this new one for sure. I mean, there's a lot of things I prefer. I love having this. I love having an official one. But I still love my custom. I still really do. So, yeah. Which one's going to go in the box? I mean, this one matches the blue. I mean, the blue matches. But then again, like, this is my baby. I kind of want to keep him safe. I don't know. I mean, it would kind of make more sense to have the official thing in there and keep this out. But then again, it's like if I just want to mess with it, I'd probably want to mess with the official thing so the paint wouldn't get weathered. I'm probably going to put my custom in there. And you can see I definitely used a darker blue too. Yeah, I think my custom in there, just keeping it safe, you know? I think that'd probably be my better option. But yeah, I'm definitely going to hang that on my wall and all that. I don't know, I'll think about it. I haven't decided just yet. But one other comparison I want to make is Hasbro's previous official effort on the Stormtrooper Commander. You can see definitely darker blue. But like I established in my custom video talking about that, the paint apps are not very accurate on the... I mean, they're not, like, very inaccurate, but they're not entirely accurate on the 3 3/4 inch. Like, you can see the arm, they basically inverted it right there at the bicep armor. They didn't get that right. And the hands are painted on this, even though they're not supposed to be. Stripes are way too thick on the forearms, but they did get the, even then, look at that. It's not even really super straight on that one either. They're struggling. Hasbro's struggling. I actually kind of prefer the weathering on the, then again, though. Like, the weathering on the arms ain't bad, but look at that weathering. Oof. I mean, that's kind of bad on the 3 3/4 inch. Then again, we're comparing a figure from, like, 2007 to 2020, so not a super fair comparison there. But, I mean, there isn't too much else to talk about. There's the new Stormtrooper Commander. They actually freaking made the thing. I'm happy they did, man. I'm really happy they did. Because now more people get to experience my favorite Stormtrooper. I still love my custom. I don't think my custom looks trash in comparison. But you can definitely tell some differences with, like, the striping and the weathering and all that. I definitely think they did a really great job on this official one, though. I can't really ask for anything better than that. They did a really good job. I mean, the weathering could have been a little more faithful to, like, actual weathering with, like, some weathering on the edges and all that. But they did a good job. It's good. It's really good. I really love the Gaming Grade Stormtrooper Commander. No real reason to army build it because it's a commander, but I'm sure some people will because they're nut jobs and they'll just be like, oh, it's a 500 first Stormtrooper. Which, I mean, my headcanon, in my opinion, is that these are old 500 first guys that were promoted to commander. That's kind of my headcanon on these guys. But they're, they're commanders. We'll get one and done. That's basically it. But yeah, I'm really happy with this. It's a nice release, and I'm happy it exists. But I also really love my custom. I definitely based the weathering on my custom off the Sideshow, which I could bring in here. I'm going to do that. One more comparison, come on. It's literally right here. I don't even have to, like, do a pause. I just have to go and grab it. I mean, could compare it to the Sideshow, which the weathering on that is insane. They did a lot of weathering on the Sideshow. But I mean, just coming in here and looking at that, and looking at the Black Series, they still look really good. Black Series still looks really good. Yeah, the weathering on the Sideshow is top-notch stuff, especially on that blue. The edges, though, are still clean on the Sideshow, even though they're kind of uneven on the Hasbro. But hey, that's not bad. But you can see right there where they did actually weather the edge of the armor, which makes sense. I mean, that's how it would actually get worn down. So, yep, there's that. Here's my Stormtrooper Commander Brigade. Not even all of them I have. I don't have my little Unleashed figurines here. But, you know what? It's all fine. It's all good. It's all right. It's all dream. Okay, so, I'm taking it way too low. I've rambled on long enough. I recommend it. Get it. It's good. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 from me. Or should I say 2 out of 10? Should I bring that back? Alrighty, guys. There we go. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Check out my social media links, PO box address, and the frequently asked questions down in the description below. Have a good day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.